Welcome back to Verdict on Ayodhya. We're discussing this afternoon's verdict by the Lucknow bench of the Allahabad High Court. They have basically ruled on the Ram Janmabhoomi matter and basically ruled that yes, that was the site of Lord Ram's birth, but in a gesture of balance and of magnanimity perhaps, they have given 2/3 of that land to the so-called Hindu side and 1/3 of the land to the Sunni Waqf board. Javed Anand, let me ask you this. Now that pretty much the Sunni board has lost its plea in the High Court, will some of its more extreme leaders who promised the Muslim community that they would win this case, that they would fight it in an extreme manner, would they stand discredited, and would that make more room in the Muslim community for more moderate leaders to rise?
Well, it depends on how things progress from here. It seems to me that to keep face, they would necessarily want to go in appeal to the Supreme Court. But I don't, from the Muslim community's point of view, I do not believe that is the route to take at all. The moment to seize the day is now. Mediation was always a good idea. The Ayodhya Ram Janmabhoomi Babri Masjid Ram Janmabhoomi dispute is not purely a legal dispute. It goes way outside the boundaries of law. Therefore, mediation always was a good idea. Mediation has been tried repeatedly by people in government, people outside government, etc., and it has not worked. Okay. I believe that the only way out, if we are looking for something outside the court,
let me bring in Swami Agnivesh. Unfortunately, he has to leave us very shortly. So let me ask you this, perhaps as my last question to you, Swami Agnivesh. Earlier, you yourself had proclaimed that the time for mediation would be after the verdict. Well, that's where we are now. Would you advise both parties to sit across the table and try and mediate this matter out right now? Or is it too soon? Things too raw?
Very much. It's very, without losing any time, it's a great opportunity for all of us. And we should sit across the table and find a very amicable solution which can be lasting, which can be for the harmony of our society and for the great future of this great country. And I think it will be very much in keeping with our ancient most traditions of the Vedas and the Upanishads, the Sanatan Dharma, the real ideals for which Ram stood himself. He has always been quoted as Maryada Purushottam Ram. So if we want to really go by what we call Chitra ki puja nahi, Charitra ki puja kare. Ram ke Chitra ki nahi, Charitra ki yadi hum puja karte hain, उसके आइडियल्स की पूजा करते हैं, तो उसका मतलब होगा कि हमें सबको साथ लेकर के चलना है.
Okay, worship the character of Lord Ram, not the picture of Lord Ram.
हमारे समाज और संस्कृति के लिए.
So let me ask Majid Memon, because let me ask you straight and directly, Majid Memon, let me ask you, why would the Muslim community not surrender this land if what is at stake here for the Hindus is so much more important to them in religious terms, in cultural terms? If the court has by and large ruled in their favor, if what the Muslim community is defending is basically a structure that may or may not be a mosque, why not make a grand gesture of magnanimity and really revolutionize relations between Hindus and Muslims? Why would the Muslim community not take that opportunity?
Now, please tell me one thing, that in the year 1992 on the 6th December, who had demolished the then existing structure?
But why are we always going back to the past? Isn't this an opportunity to look to the future? If we get stuck in 1992 and December 6th, we'll never be able to move on and go anywhere.
Broad daylight, just remove the structure. Now, please let me speak. Now, today's generation, even among Muslims, would not give mandir or masjid as the first problem. It is far at the bottom. We believe, the modern Muslims also believe, modern Indians believe, including Hindus, young Muslims, that किस काम के ये मंदिर मस्जिद, किस काम के ये गुरुद्वारे, भगवान के बेटे बिन मकान जब फिरते मारे मारे. Let us talk of something which is essential for us. Employment, food, shelter, progress, education. What is this mandir masjid?
That's good rhetoric, sir. It's very poetic. There's a lot of good rhetoric and a lot of poetry flying around the air here. But you have not answered my question. Let me see if Sadia you can. Why would the Muslim community not make this basic gesture?
No, I want to come back to the question of when you asked about the Muslim leadership. I think let's not see the Sunni Waqf board as Muslim leaders. I don't think that there are any, Muslim leaders as such. I think there are Muslims have really, at the moment, that they voted by and large for the Congress, and they've really believed in secular leadership, and that is why they look towards the secular leadership to uphold the secular traditions and safeguard. So I think, this whole, whenever this question of leadership and secularism.
But everyone is so touchy,
so
no one can answer this question. It's a very simple
question.
No,
I think they should. I think we should sit. I think, but the whole problem is that this has got so multi-layered. And there are so many more, it's always a threatening, it can be politically exploited. That is why I agree with Javed Anand, and I really think we need to maybe amicably resolve this, and it's a good opportunity now, because otherwise there is always the threat of religious rhetoric, of extreme elements in society, whether they are Muslim or whether they are Hindu, to really take over.
This is not just about giving up the land, that there are many layers to this, that the minority community is going to feel threatened, it's going to feel almost like it was blackmailed with its back against the wall to give up this land. And it won't be a gesture of goodwill per se, but it'll be a kind of...
But let me just say that goodwill and magnanimity has to be shown from both sides. Let's not expect just, the Muslims should do it. Because it was also they felt betrayed.
All I'm seeing is that every time we ask for X, you say, well, let Y do it.
All
and
of us,
y,
Indians,
say, well,
at the
X
end of the day,
but if
everybody has to do it.
Everybody has to do it. I mean, here is a concrete proposal from the Vishwa Hindu Parishad, from the BJP, from the RSS to say, look, give up the land, that is your gesture of magnanimity. What kind of gesture of magnanimity would you like to see from them?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I don't really know what the negotiations have been earlier and earlier.
Okay, so why don't we let Indra Kapai answer?
You see, I firmly believe that if this gesture which you are suggesting is shown by Muslim community, then the counter gestures, I mean, there will be a whole series of counter gestures also. I mean, I'm sure about this. Because you see, once that barrier is broken, then you find that there is a huge amount of overlap area, and the Hindus community also would certainly respond to that. Unfortunately, what has happened is that if it is left to the major players, then they can arrive at a solution. But then what happens, there are certain minor players which are outside. I mean, the whole politics is that the solution should not be reached.
Prakash Sharma ji is saying minor player and looking at you. Saying that the VHP has become a side player in this, with the mainstream BJP and the RSS focused on a good centered ground, but the VHP and fringe elements are basically vitiating the atmosphere. Let him answer that.
मुझे लगता है RSS ने भी कभी ऐसी कोई बात नहीं. मैं दूसरी बात कहता हूँ. बाबर और राम के संदर्भ में अगर आप तुलना करेंगे तो बाबर का इस देश के लिए क्या महत्व है और क्या अस्तित्व है, इस आधार पर हमें विचार करना चाहिए. इस देश के लिए बाबर ज्यादा महत्वपूर्ण है या राम ज्यादा महत्वपूर्ण है? इन परिस्थितियों में जब इस देश में महात्मा गांधी ने भी राम राज्य की कल्पना की, किसी और राम के नाम पर नहीं की, उरी राजा राम या वनवासी राम या जनजन के राम, उनके आधार पर राम राज्य की कल्पना की. उस राम के मंदिर के लिए, उस राम के भव्य स्मारक के लिए, और इसको हिंदू मुस्लिम की लड़ाई के रूप में क्यों देखा जाता है?
स्वामी अग्निवेश, you're about to leave us. One last question to you. Is there a gesture of magnanimity that you think the Hindu community can make to the Muslim community at this point?
They can.
As a matter of fact, Mr. Jahangir, this was raised during VP Singh's rule then, and I had gone to Babri Masjid Action Committee, and no less a person than the chairperson of that action committee, Mr. Sayyid Shahabuddin, told me a way out of this whole impasse, and he said that we can overlook, we can close our eyes to Ayodhya temple, provided the Ayodhya Babri Mosque, provided the Hindus give us a word, and there is a constitutional amendment to this effect, that no other issue of mosque will be raised in this country which has been built prior to 1947, 15th of August. If a constitutional amendment to this effect is granted to us, we Muslims will be ready
Okay.
to give up our claim on Babri Mosque.
Okay.
Now
With
the same
gesture,
situation
Swamiji,
arises
I'll have
now.
to stop you. We have
The
to take a
Hindus come
break.
forward.
We're very much over time. Thank you very much, Swami Agnivesh, for joining us. You'll be leaving us, but don't go away. We'll be joined by a new guest, and we'll continue our discussion on the verdict of Ayodhya and the way forward from here.
They came, they saw, they conquered.